there are certain things that are built to last. For automatic watches, this is all the more true because these things last for a decade. Up until the quartz crisis, who would have guessed the downfall of once a giant industry? And here we are sitting in 2025 discussing watches, out of which automatic watches make the most sense. One such watch has been reincarnated on various occasions, while the latest one made its way in 2023. Hello guys, I'm Siddhant and I'm here to review a classic Seiko vintage watch. This classic design is the latest rendition of the outgoing SNXS watch, which has been a legend for decades. And it's just delightful to see this new watch in its latest new avatar. I have all the variants in this lineup, which includes a deep wash black, a rinse blue and the beige chinos. Isn't it tough to choose the best dial color? Well, let me make it easier for you by laying down everything so you can dial down on just one watch. Hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to be reminded of the latest watch reviews from your watch club. This classic sports car design is nothing new, but Seiko comes here with a brand new approach. This has a smaller stainless steel case which runs around 37.4mm end to end. This is thicker for its size as it carries 12.5mm on it. The dial is the talk of the town, as the most exciting color is this beige chinos for attracting all the limelight. A rinse blue dial is the nicest shade of blue that I'd like to have, while the deep wash black is just too simple for my liking. What you see on the dial are baton shaped hands and diamond cut indices that are heavily inspired by a Rolex, hence the SNXS is also nicknamed as the Datejust Killer. Orange seconds hand goes well with all the colors while imparting a vintage tachymeter aura to this watch. If that wasn't enough, a single dated display is outlined in silver, while the choice of fonts is highly appreciated. The bezel is sloping outwards with a mirror polish, while the case is nicely brushed to attract less scratches. All of this is housed under a curved hardlex crystal that could have been well upgraded to sapphire at the least. The crown is placed conveniently in a recessed position at 4 to keep up with the 5 sports ideology. You can pull out the crown once and rotate it to set the day and date. And you can pull this once again to ultimately set the time. And that's it. The watch has an exhibition case back that really hides nothing from you, and it looks really good. In fact, this wants to show off a 4R36 caliber from Seiko, which achieves a throughput of 41 hours. This one also has the ability to arrive late by 35 seconds or run faster by 45 seconds on any given day. This watch has a water resistance equivalent to 100 meters, which restricts this one from major aquatic activities. The Lume is great, as Lumibrite does all the action after dark. The SNXS here has a stainless steel bracelet that's made in sync with our expectations. A 3-fold clasp with push button release is how you navigate this. Now this looks really good for a size of my wrist. While this may be surprising for many of us, the previous SNXS was priced for just 10,000 rupees, while this latest one is priced for a massive 35,000 rupees, which is just preposterous. A 25k price band would have been comfortable for most of us, but then where would Alba watches go? One thing you have to agree is that Seiko is the king of entry-level automatic watches. So how does it hold to the competition? Let's find that out as we try to kick the competition alive with this Tissot PRX Quartz that is an enigma, and how can you miss it? And if you think it is easier to decide, wait for the Citizen Toyosa in action as it creates its magic all around. Seiko and Tissot have been in this dogfight for far too long with their crown jewels like the SRPD, the Redux, the PR100 and the Tissot Ballad assembled for the next World War. Titan's entry is marked by this involute dial, which may be a less popular choice, but the brand holds high standards for the Indian audience. And Bulova Aerojet is one watch that seems to be omnipresent when we discuss entry-level automatic watches. The next two watches are the Orient Kamasu and Ray that will blow your mind and its competition. Rounding up the list are two more Citizen watches, including this dated ProMaster and this all-new mechanical watch. While you could go for so many other watches, this category ideally demands value over anything else. The question is, where lies your loyalty? The choice of choosing an automatic obviously dwindles down on the number of watts watches that you would consider. And Seiko does a really good job with their automatic watches. This is one category where they have dialed down on and no one else can make better automatic watches than Seiko. Well, they are the masters of their trade and they can afford to command a 2x premium on this SNXS watch. So who am I to complain? But complain I will. The good part about buying a Seiko watch is that you're not buying a flight ticket but booking a full holiday package. However, it remains to be seen whether Seiko still wants to keep this in their kitty or want to focus on creating more cash cows. Simply reissuing a watch is not the antidote to the poison of getting old watches back. Although much of the essence of the initial SNXS remains here and this is a nicely modified watch, it still remains to be seen how quickly is it going to be picked up by the larger audience who have so many other Seikos to choose from. I would blatantly rate this one 7.5 out of 10 because Seiko misfired here with the price on the watch. So do you really find any value in this Seiko SNXS or would you choose a better Seiko? Until you decide, what are you wearing today?